Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G and I'm Phunken hungry. In this video, we're at Subway, because they have a new Subdog, aka a hot dog. If you remember a little while ago, basically the day before April, they brought out this promo for a new Subdog. So obviously they were trolling, or were they? Was this a huge, elaborate plan to come out with this promo just to build up the hype? Probably. So this bloke in the comment section called David, he basically said, if this is just a joke, I'm never going to Subway again. Now, I'm sure plenty of people said stuff along that lines. I know that I probably would have thrown my hat in the ring and said something silly in the comment section. Yeah, they used that as a part of the promotion. They even did this sort of video promotion on it. They basically went to David's house, grabbed him, took him to Subway, and then obviously gave him his hot dog, or his Subdog. And also they paid for the rights for Who Let the Dogs Out? So yeah. Obviously, they went all out with the Subdog. This is probably going to be a limited edition item, so, it's probably going to be around for, 4-6 weeks or whatever they normally keep the promotions for. But also, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my subscribers. So basically, they sponsored or funded this review. It was their idea. They basically messaged me and said they wanted me to review the Subdog, and they said they was willing to pay for it. They did want to stay anonymous, so obviously I'm not going to use their name and stuff in this video. So I really appreciate that. They know who they are, and I'm super grateful that they helped me fund this video. Just quickly, if you do want to help sponsor or fund a video, there's links in the description box below. So if you want to go there, I do have merch if you want to buy some merch. I have PayPal, I have Buy Me a Coffee, and I have a Ko-Fi app. They're all in the description box below. So if you ever feel generous and you want to help support the channel, or you want to request a review, a particular item you might want to see me do a video on, just go down there and obviously you can help fund it, and I'd really appreciate it. But if you can't afford to, that's absolutely fine. If you could just like the videos and subscribe, that really helps the algorithm and that really helps them to push the channel. What the awesome person wanted me to review is obviously the Subdog, but they have these new bundles out. So you can get a Subway 6-inch with a drink and 2 cookies, or you can get a foot-long with a drink and 2 cookies. So that's any drink and any 2 cookies of your choice. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I'll leave the price on the screen for you, but it was about $17 and maybe some change. So it's not too bad. I went to the Subway website and I couldn't see these bundles. So these bundles might just be exclusive to the delivery app. So you can get that deal in any sub. So any of your favourite Subway sandwich, so you may as well get in on that. It seems like an alright deal to me. Alright, we have our bundle of joy here. So let's bust this open and have a look. Okay, so we have our Subdog, which was cold, so I had to run out and throw it in a microwave because I don't really want to eat a cold hot dog. So that's a little bit disappointing from Subway that it came cold. I guess the only thing that's hot in here is the hot dog, so I guess it cools down pretty quickly. But obviously they need to come up with a way to get this hot to you when they deliver. So my drink of choice was a vanilla Coke. I really like my vanilla Coke, and yeah, it's basically warm, not cold. Obviously they put this in the fridge recently, or they didn't grab one from the back of the fridge, the cooler ones. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. I don't like to moan in these reviews, especially one that a subscriber has, helped to fund. But I have to keep it honest, Also, I asked for a rainbow cookie because they're not too bad. They're basically like M&Ms on top of a cookie, but the M&Ms sort of go a little bit, crunchy, but also a little bit gooey once you bite into them. And also my favourite cookie is a raspberry cheesecake cookies. They're just off tap, absolutely delicious. And they gave me a couple of double chocolate chips, or whatever they call them. I think they're double chocolate chips. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, Subway. The sub was cold, the drink is warm, and the cookies are wrong. Anyway, I have to tell it how it is, just so everyone knows what great service they gave me. But let's get into this Subdog and have a look. Now, I think with a Subdog, really with this bundle, it comes in a bag like this, but it advertises it in like a box. like a box with all the stuff in it. Kind of like you would get from KFC, you know, those sort of boxes that have all the chicken and chips and all that stuff in it. Really, they need something like that to deliver it in, because it'll probably keep some of that heat in, and also it would just be a better presentation, you know, than a bag, having a box. But anyway, I got a foot long, because, you know, at Phunken hungry with greedy gits. A 6 inch isn't going to go that far for me. So with the Subdog, you obviously get to choose your bread. I went with white bread because I just thought that would suit a hot dog the most. But obviously you can get whatever bread you want. You get the hot dog obviously inside. And on Uber, for some reason, you could only get the mozzarella on this. You couldn't get the other cheeses. Also, when it came to the salad, you could only get pickles, onions, olives, capsicum for some reason, and jalapenos. I believe that was it. But I'll leave it on the screen for you so you can see. And then obviously you have to choose your sauces. So when it came to sauces, they have a new mustard out, which is obviously like American mustard. Normally they have a honey mustard. So I got the tomato sauce or the ketchup, and I got the mustard. Because basically I wanted to try it like a hot dog and see what it's like. But you can get any sauce you want. So you can get the blue cheese, or, you know, you can get the chipotle or whatever you like. But this is the Subdog. In the advert, they put the sauce on top. For some reason these days, you know, when it comes to hot dogs, they normally pour the sauce on top so it looks all fancy on top. But then whose smart idea was it to do that and then roll it in this wrap, put it in this paper, and it just goes everywhere? I guess at least they put enough sauce on it, you know, enough mustard. This is enough mustard that McDonald's and places like this would last a year or two. So a lot of mustard. So yeah, they need to work on the presentation. Basically, it would have been smart to put the sauces inside and the hot dog on top and then the cheese on top, because yeah, that's going to happen. Also, I would have really loved grilled onions on this. They should have done grilled onions as an option. I really like grilled onions with sausage sizzle, sausage sandwiches and hot dogs and that sort of stuff. It just adds some nice sweetness and a little bit of, you know, charred sort of flavour and stuff to it. Okay, so the presentation's a little bit crap. They need to work on that. Alright, well, I can't even see the hot dog because it's just covered in sauce. And yeah, the cheese isn't even melted, so that just shows you how cold this is. It's still in strands, like shredded. So that just tells you how cold this is. So I have to be honest, the store did a pretty average job here. Maybe they were really busy, but that's no excuse really to serve a cold hot dog, you know. So to be honest, I was super hyped for this. A hot dog from Subway. It sounded awesome. And someone was kind enough to help fund the video. And yeah, I feel bad that I have to, you know, release this video for them after they helped fund it. Alright, so yeah, don't know if you can really see the hot dog. The hot dog is just really thin and doesn't look the best quality. Anyway, enough bitching and moaning. Let's give this a try. Cheers. So I'm not sure if you're going to be surprised, but all I can taste is mustard. Luckily, I like American mustard. Okay, so I did taste the hot dog that time, and it did have like this nice smoky flavour to it. Get a drink just to wash that mustard down. I do love my mustard, but it's just hard to speak while I've got all this mustard in my mouth. Yeah, this could have been more cold, really. It would have been nice. But it is nice to have a proper drink, a real drink, instead of that syrupy stuff you get from the other restaurants. Okay, so there's not much to the Subdog. Basically, if Subway do watch this video, hopefully they can take my criticism and work on it. Put all that sauce on top, and then just fold it in that paper, because it just goes everywhere. So it's not the best presentation for a sandwich artist. And the cheese inside, if you can see it, is still just strands. It hasn't melted. So I know that they have like this grill that they normally put the hot stuff under it, you know, to melt the cheese. They warm up the ingredients in probably a microwave or whatever it is. But I've seen it before, because obviously when you buy Subway, you're standing there and you're watching them make it. So yeah, it's just, you know, a little bit average service here. So it's not bad. It's definitely overpriced. I think the foot long by itself is about $9, $10. So you see the advert and you think, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'd pay, you know, $9 for that. But then you get it and you realise it's only worth like, you know, like really I'd be happy to probably pay about $4 for that. You know, maybe $5, I guess. It's kind of pushing it, being over $5. It's a pretty big sandwich, but there's not much meat inside. You know, you're basically paying for bread, sauce, and mozzarella, and this sausage. You can go to Costco's and get a hot dog and a drink. I think it's what, $2, $3? I haven't been there for so long, but their hot dogs are amazing. Also, Costco's lets you put on your own ingredients. So, you know, people that just like a little bit of sauce can put on a little bit. And also, if you like to smother it, you can do it. Basically, you can do your own thing. Basically, they let you put on mustard, ketchup, fresh onions, like diced fresh onions, and also a relish, a gherkin relish, which is really nice. So if Costco's can afford to do that, Subway being a big name brand, they can do that as well. You know, they're just taking a piss, really, by charging $9 for a bit of bread, mozzarella that's not melted, and then sauce, lots of mustard. And this needed a bit more ketchup because it's full of mustard, which is good on a hot dog, but you need a little bit of ketchup as well, just to help balance the flavors. But yeah, overall it's not bad. Overall it's not bad. Definitely overpriced, definitely hyped up. You know, just like Domino's, they do these big, huge, fancy adverts. Oh, we got a hot dog, we got a hot dog. And then this is what you get. Okay, so we may as well try one of these cookies. I know this is going to be good. Their cookies are good. Yet again, a little bit overpriced. But I kind of like how they're nice, soft cookies. I don't really like those really hard, crunchy cookies myself. So yeah, nice and soft. Sort of almost a little bit gooey. You know, stick this in a microwave for 10 seconds or something and you're probably laughing. But yeah, not too bad. So yeah, the cookie's not too bad. A little bit dry. It does have like obviously a nice chocolate, sugary taste to it. A little bit like a chocolate brownie, this one. Because you know chocolate brownies, they get a little bit crispy on top. It's fairly moist in the center and then it's a little bit more crispy on top. So it reminds me of a brownie and it tastes a little bit like a brownie batter. That is a pretty damn good cookie, but I do prefer the raspberry cheesecake. The raspberry cheesecake is just really nice. But yeah, obviously everyone's different. Obviously everyone's going to like a different cookie. But my rating for the new Subway Subdog, I'm going to have to give that a 5 out of 10. It isn't bad. If you're looking for a hot dog, it's not too bad. Definitely overpriced. But if I went in there in person, I'd tell them to put the sauce basically on the bread, like inside the bread, and then put the sausage on top and then the mozzarella. Instead, they've done it arse about face and they put the mozzarella first, then they put the sausage, and then they put the sauces on top and then wrapped it up. And obviously, as you saw, it was a right old mess. Sauce everywhere. I'm probably going to have to go and apologise to the neighbour and give him a clean him off with a hose, because no doubt it's gone over the neighbour's fence, it's gone over my hands, it's gone everywhere, all over the wrapper. I could probably scrape that wrapper and have mustard for days. To me, it's kind of average. You know, in my head, I had this huge expectations, and it's probably because of the promotion. You know, they do a song and a dance. Who let the dogs out? Oh, who let the dogs out? Here's me. Oh, who let the dogs out? Quickly, grab the app, order myself a Subdog. I need to get one ASAP. And then this came. But if you've tried the new Subdog, let me know in the comments if you agree or you disagree. So was yours a hot mess? Or was yours a beautiful disaster? Let me know, I'd love to hear it. Also let me know what your go-to Subway sandwich is. Maybe I might review it if it sounds nice. So once again, I want to thank the subscriber that helped fund this video. I really appreciate it, you're an absolute legend. So I hope they enjoyed this video, but also I hope everyone else enjoyed this video. So if you did, if you could please like, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This was G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.